Peace, y'all. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Jermacia Gardner, and on this channel, I give divine insights on the fly from the Most High God, all in hopes to encourage you on your walk and getting closer to the Most High. Okay, y'all. So today I have a prophetic word mixed with a writing that the Lord gave me last night. And listen, this is really just encouragement, but also reassurance. And I'm going to share with y'all some things that's been happening to me and with how I got to this point, and things I really want y'all to just know or even relate to so that you can be stronger in this walk to your new chapter. Okay, so before we get into that, if you could please like and subscribe to my channel, turn your notification bell so you can stay updated with me on all the new divine insights that I get from the Most High God. Okay, so listen, y'all. I have a whole entire it's not that long, but I wrote some things down, and I think that this will really touch and agree with some of y'all. So it says, and just like that, a new chapter. It says, some of you are shifting paradigms, meaning you are leaving what is old for what is new. A completely new chapter. Your outside is finally about to start matching the way that you feel inside. The spiritual shift has been happening for a while now, and you have made it. So the physical is about to start catching up. The work the Lord has done inside you is now manifesting outside of you, and it is a beautiful thing. But listen, beware of the enemy's tactics to confuse you. You are on a new journey, entering territory you could have not even dreamed of. And you're not always going to know exactly where to go. So you're going to have to pray. You're going to have to stay connected to God at all times. Just like the new kid in school, you don't want to be into the wrong crowd with the wrong people showing you around. It says, allow God to guide you to godly territory, or to the territories he has already prepared a place for you. It says, be anxious for nothing in this season. It's already yours. More yours than you know. Go with God's flow. And stop, no stopping. Okay, no stopping whatsoever. You must keep going. Stopping is a trap. Okay, y'all. If you aren't sure, pray. Test the spirit, ask for confirmation. Maybe you need it once, twice, or even 3 times. But if after 3 times you and you still don't know, then you probably are dealing with the spirit of confusion. So you need to fast and pray against these attacks. And I got 2 Corinthians 1 through 7. No, 2 Timothy 1 through 7. 1 and 7. It says, for God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Okay, y'all. And so that's what I have right here. But I really got to touch on some things, because listen, you are genuinely, like, if you're watching this and you stay through the whole thing, it's because you resonate and you're in the same season. You're in a similar season as me, right? So you really have to know that you are in a new chapter. A lot of y'all probably have been diddling between, is it really a new door? Like, is this really God doing a new thing? Should I really let go of the past and step into the future? Because the future, what is new, is somewhat, for some of y'all, unknown. For some of y'all, it is completely refined. It's a level up from what you've been used to, but it's a level up to where you let go of what you once had and you take on what now is new, right? What now is new and what now is about to propel you, catapult you, exalt you, right? Into the person and into the place that God wants you to be. You have been given a new foundation. Okay, God has been building your foundation. A lot of us had houses that were built on sand, y'all. God said, no. This is why every time the flood come, it just slipped through your fingers. Okay, you know, like when the water come, everything that you build, it just falls. If you build it in sand, the water come, the abundance comes, and now it's just gone. You don't have nothing to show for it. And it's like God was like, because you are not building on the foundation that was godly, that was in my kingdom, so it will last forever, right? Because that's what God had to show me. My whole house that I've been working on for all these years, God had to remodel it, and now it's like, okay, now it's time for your new chapter, your new life. Okay, now this is the thing that really has been getting me, that I really want to talk about, is that, like, I'm talking so fast, y'all. Let me slow it down. Okay, yeah. So so basically, like, the enemy really has been trying to trip us up, right? And I think because A part of it is fear, which is the enemy, because I just said God did not give us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So if you are not having a sound mind about your decisions, there is some demonic activity in place, okay? If you're, okay, I believe God one day and I'm not sure the next day, there is some demonic activity in place. You have to fast and pray. And this is why I said, test the spirit, you guys. I had to test the spirit about God telling me to leave a certain place that I've been at for a while now. And it was so many things trying to tell me stay, but deep down inside, I knew I could feel the spirit shift, like, oh, it's time for me to go. So God started confirming it's time for me to go, but it was so many things that were trying to tell me to stay, right? But I had to get solid confirmation through prayer and observation, you guys. Prayer and observation, because when you pray, you need to be looking for your answer, listening for your answer, fasting for your answer, and dreaming for your answer. You don't know where it's gonna come, but when it shows up, you gotta grab hold on it to it, because that is your life. Listen, in the Bible, in Proverbs, it says that instruction is your life. Like if you follow the Lord's, it's like keeping the Lord's commandment. You will have life more abundantly. So when God tells you, hey, I need you to go this way, I need you to put those tools down. I know you was building that house, but here's a new house. Go that way. You got to go that way. And I promise you, so many people probably be like, girl, why you starting over? Like, what you was doing, that was a good thing. Like, why you leaving this relationship? Why you moving from this town? I thought you was, okay, listen, you thought, I might have thought too, but guess what? God had bigger plans. We don't even have to play like we know all the answers, because one thing about God is God's going to reveal it in his fullness when he's ready, because he don't need everybody in your business trying to mess your plans up, okay? And that's just period. So I really want to harp on, you must pray. Like at the end, I said, if you got to ask for confirmation once, twice, or 3 times, when God confirms it for you, if he confirms it one time, if you don't feel comfortable, pray again. If you don't feel comfortable at that, pray again. But if God has given you 3 solid confirmations, stop playing yourself. 100%. Stop giving yourself over to the enemy and dealing with confusion. You have to walk boldly and knowing what thus says the Lord. You are fully aware you are God's child. Okay, you are God's child. If God has confirmed it to you, then you got to walk with it in confidence. Okay, because where God sets a place for you, you're going to win. So if you're dealing with any type of fear, right? You're dealing with any type of fear, any type of lack mentality, like, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. That's where you're messing up right there, because you're not going to make it happen. God's going to make it happen. You're just going to be obedient. That's it. That's it. It's not even I need to make all these thousands of plans. Yes, you need to get some earthly matters in place. That's something that you really need to do. You do need to get the earthly structures of how to run things, how to move things, how to do things together. But anything that is exceedingly and abundantly beyond your expectations, let God have it. Let God have it, because that is where the supernatural comes in. That's where God's going to be God come in, okay? It's not like, let me try to do this and exhaust myself in my human strength because I'm trying to figure out what God's plan is for my prosperity. No, you just do what you can do in your strength, right? And do all things through Christ who strengthens you, okay? And know that he's going to do exceedingly and abundantly beyond your expectations. In this season, it is called us exceedingly and abundantly beyond anything I could ever think of. That is what you need to know in this season. If you ever think about aiming low, right? If you ever think about settling for less, right? You need to think, no, this is my season where God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly beyond my expectations. Like, you have to really be amped up and truly believing for more, for better. Look, if God said this is your promised season, listen, you don't even know how big these promises could get. But one thing you don't want to do is don't limit them. Ask for them, open them, take them with open arms. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, me? Look, for real. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, don't doubt the promise. Don't doubt the God. Don't doubt the King of all kings. This is new. This is a new thing. So it's okay if you don't really understand what's going on. It's okay if you don't really understand how it's going to play out. But one thing you got to believe is that, God, I trust you. God, I trust you. God, show me where to go. That's it. God, make it plain. I must tell you all that it's so crucial that you understand, that you learn how to talk to God in every way imaginable. I say this because, listen, the enemy is crafty. The enemy is so crafty that if you're not 100% sure in your language in which you and God speak, he will try to, that's where more confusion comes in at. That's why people have all these books like Hearing the Voice of God and Learning How to Have Discernment. It's like it's a true spiritual tool that must be refined and sharpened to its best ability so you can soar, so you can fly, and so you can run without stumbling. Okay? So in this season, you need to be, listen, the way that helps me learn God's voice easier, I feel like, was I started praying about, I pray about anything. If I need to find anything in my house, if I need to find a sock, I'm asking God for it. I ask God about the simplest things because you have to strengthen your relationship with him. You shouldn't just you can talk to him however you want. But for me, I feel like I want to talk to God in the simplest things, so that lead up to the bigger things, because I just want to have a full range of communication. And sometimes if you can learn the simple things to hear God, it helps when you want to hear the bigger things. Because one thing that I learned today is that it's easier to hear God when it's not really any expectations attached to it, when it isn't really anything that's really life-changing. Like if I don't find my sock, it's not really going to ruin my day. I'm not going to have a meltdown or nothing like that. So it's like even learning how to speak to God in the simple things, it builds up your confidence and your courage to hear God in the more difficult things. Because a lot of times the only reason why we can't hear him is just because we have allowed fear and anxiety to rise up in us, because God's answer is clear majority of the time. It's just the fear, the devil, us allowing that demonic energy in. Because a lot of times it's an attack. So don't get me wrong. A lot of times it is a straight up attack. But you don't need to partner with the attack. You have to cast down any spirits of anxiety, any spirits of depression, any spirits of lack, any spirits of like just mental retardation. I don't know why I said that, but just like maybe feeling crazy. Maybe you feeling like, I don't know if I'm hearing God. I don't know if that's actually accurate. And I don't know if I'm really smart enough to know this. Listen, cut it all. Give it to God. It's not true. It's lies from the enemy. If anybody ever told you that you wasn't good enough, if anybody ever made you feel like you were dumb, not smart enough, it's not true. You are divine. Listen, all of our minds work differently. God made us all unique to his calling, to his liking. So if your mind is a little bit different, okay, if you more of a dreamer, if you more of somebody that likes to fantasize about how good life is, if you not really all the way planted in reality all the time, listen, use that to your best ability. Definitely sharpen some of your earthly tools, but use that to your best ability, because baby, you can make dreams come true. Okay, you can make dreams come true. Tap into that belief system and match it, pair it with God. Don't let it be in vanity. Okay, pair it with your prayers. Pair it with God's plans and God's dream for you. Okay, that's another thing I want to say. Is like, pray and ask God, what is your dream for me? What is your dream for me? That's something that I've been asking God. Like, what is your dream for me? And you guys, write down anything. If you're a dreamer, if you just a person that hears from the Lord, if you just receive great revelation, whatever you have, if it can be written, write it down, even if it's just one word. If you keep hearing one word, if one word keeps sticking out to you in the world, write it down, meditate over it, ask God, why do I keep seeing this? Why is this coming up? Okay. Yeah. And some of y'all need to be preparing to move. Okay. Some of y'all needs to be preparing to move, because some of y'all are in y'all's actual promised land. Y'all were in the land of preparation. Okay, you are in the land of preparation to prepare you to go over there. So just listen, pray to God. Every part of this word may not be for everybody. Test the spirit, but definitely pray to God. I know if you felt it, you know that it's for you. But if it's some things that you wonder, God, is that for me? Ask God. Ask God and say, God, show me. God, tell me. I'm listening. Another prayer I'm going to give y'all, one more that I got. I think it's in Deuteronomy, that I say, God, thank you for giving me eyes to see, ears to hear you and a heart to perceive you. Okay, that's something that I say because you need to be able to see what may not be obvious to your average eye. You need to be able to hear the Lord of God. You need to be able to feel the heart and the love of God. Okay, so that's all I got. If you made it through this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section and tell me, listen, we is going into our new chapter, and what this chapter is called Exceedingly and Abundantly Beyond Our Expectations. Exceedingly and abundantly beyond. Okay, so peace and blessings. Talk to you all later.